The visa bulletin for March was released, leaving everyone in shock. If you have an approved application, you can now submit your adjustment of status without waiting for months or years for your priority date to be current. So I'm starting to see this question everywhere. Since my EB2 NIW priority date is current, but my I-140 is not approved yet, should I upgrade to premium processing to know if I'm approved sooner, or should I just wait? In this video, I'll help you decide whether premium processing actually makes sense for you, not just whether you can or not. So stay tuned. Hi, my international friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about filing for premium processing after you have already filed for regular processing. Given that all priority dates are now current according to the visa bulletin, this is a very hot topic right now. So I want to start with what priority date is current actually means. So priority date being current does not mean your I-140 will be approved faster, right? So I-140 processing is a separate timeline. I like to think of it as your turn. Priority date means when it is your turn to submit your adjustment of status or green card application. Just like when you go to the DMV or the bank and you get, a small ticket and they call your number when they're ready for you, this is very similar to that. So starting next month, it is basically your turn. So first things first. Can you upgrade to premium after filing? 100% yes. You can request premium processing even if you filed on paper and your case is already pending. You do so by filing Form I-907 that is available on the USCIS website online. The new fee is starting on March 1st of this year, 2026, is now $2,965. So keep that in mind before making the mistake of filing with a prior fee amount. Now, what premium processing does and does not do. It speeds decision time to only 45 days. It used to be 45 calendar days, but has now changed to 45 business days, and it does not increase approval chances. As a matter of fact, it might increase your chances of getting an RFE. This does not mean higher chances of denial. It just means you have to be more prepared to respond to an RFE, since USCIS sometimes might respond at the last day of premium processing, so on day 45, with an RFE to buy some time. They are overworked and have piles and piles of petition. So this has been a strategy they have been using this past year, especially even now with all the more premium processing applications that they're getting. But remember, once you respond to the RFE, they are required to give you a final approval or denial decision within another 45 business days. Even with an RFE, premium processing does decrease the waiting time by many months. And also, of course, you can also get a straight approval without even getting an RFE. So that's also an option for sure. Now, the current wait time for NIW regular processing is close to 2 years. Unfortunately, the wait has only been increasing over time. So it is approximately 22 months for 80% of NIW cases to be exact. Of course, many cases finish earlier, some can go a little bit longer, but this is the average time you will be waiting for an answer and the regular processing. So now that we got the basics covered, when might premium processing be worth it? So this is if you are planning to file AOS soon, adjustment of status. If you have an urgent need for an EAD card, of advanced parole, if your status is expiring, if you got an employer or life constraints, and if there is an emotional cost for you of waiting and actually need for certainty, which is the case for most people who file for premium processing. For example, in my case, my STEM OPT was expiring and I wanted to know if I was going to stay in the States or had to move out of the country once my status expired. I paid for premium processing because I wanted to know sooner what my options were, and it did help me a lot in figuring things out. On the other hand, for example, my sister applied for EB2 NIW regular processing, and she's living outside of the country currently with a stable job, so she's in no rush to have an answer immediately. She can safely wait outside without feeling pressure of an expiring status, with monthly secure income and traveling without restrictions. So she's choosing to wait for now. So really look at your life constraints and evaluate if there is any time pressure or any other pressure that might push you or not to decide for premium processing or stay in regular processing. You should also weigh in the possibility of dealing with an RFE, as we were speaking earlier, and how you can prepare to handle it and respond to it in order to increase the probability of an approval. Now, there is something else I want you to understand when making a decision. It is the difference between dates for filing, and final action dates in the visa bulletin. The visa bulletin announces each month what chart you should use, either dates for filing or final action dates. One is more advanced than the other, and that's usually the dates for filing chart. Since the visa bulletin says you can use a chart for dates for filing at the moment, which says current, then you can absolutely send your green card application in the coming month. However, the wait for the green card will be a bit longer. When you submit your application using the final action dates chart, your green card will come a bit faster because that means that there is an actual visa available for you. Either way, it is your choice and it doesn't affect you other than waiting for longer. The benefit of submitting your green card application using the dates for filing chart is that if you are in need of a travel or work permit while you're waiting for the green card, you can definitely apply and get those permits within a few months. To me, that is worth it, especially if you need to stay working and if you have been waiting to go visit your family back home. If you have financial constraints, it really gives you that chance to do that without needing a green card immediately. So the fact that you can get a combo card can be really advantageous. So that's also another reason why you should consider upgrading to premium processing, because if you are approved, you can apply for adjustment of status and get a combo card in only a few months. Now, if you're leaning more toward premium processing, knowing all the potential benefits, just really be prepared for the RFE. The good thing is that RFE does not mean denial, but be ready to respond with very strong arguments and evidence. A lot of people are now preparing their adjustment of status. I am selling an AOS template package that includes step-by-step guides, checklist, and my full anonymized packet as submitted to USCIS for primary and derivative applicants based on my own application and my husband's. If you are planning to file soon, you can email me at info@easyvisaconsultant.com to get pricing and join the early access list for the release this week. If you have already started in your application and want to only go over a few questions, you can book a session with me using this link over here. So now that you are more informed, which option do you think you're choosing? Premium processing or waiting for regular processing? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.